I know. Okay. And a 3, and a 2, and a 1. It's a trap! Oh, noes! It's the Sunset Flip Wrestling Podcast coming to you live on Double C TV, featuring Darren.
Oh, God, we're doomed.
And Double C. Wrestling Gets You Laid. Gotcha. As they take on 5 hours of WWE programming.
I'm pretty sure he fudged it just while he was doing the Hurricane Run. Like, oh God, I don't know how to do this correctly.
As we're back after a 1 week thing. Hiatus.
Yeah, it turns out that being a busy person and having jobs, that somehow takes up a lot of your time. Go figure.
Yeah, it does. But hey, we're back, and this is, of course, the in-house studio that we're coming to you live.
Studio of the studio? Nice.
Yes, that's the name of the studio now. Because, Colt Cabana has his studio apartment thing for his Art of Wrestling podcast.
Oh, yeah.
We have the in-house studio.
Nice.
Yeah. But we do have a Smackdown and a Raw to take care of as we come toward the whole biggest event of the summer, which is called Summerslam, not Summerfest, or I don't know. Your t-shirts are too tight.
You might want to change clothing then if the t-shirts are too tight. You're cutting off circulation to your brain, obviously.
Super Brawl Saturday?
Yeah, let's go with that. But we have SmackDown first, right?
Yes, we have SmackDown from the 9th of August. And
let's do this.
Yeah, let's
I am not looking forward to any of this because this was a treat.
Okay, so match number 1, Randy Orton versus Rob Van Dam. And we get treated to a guy in the front row who has a whistle.
Oh, Flo Rida here?
No, it's just some jerk with a whistle in the front row.
Damn it. I apologize to anybody who actually did like that song or pretends to like that song. I apologize for making such a lame joke. Actually, I apologize for referencing that joke entirely, so forget I said anything.
So, the guy with the whistle in the crowd whistles all match long. RVD misses a 5-star and then RKO. This is not an into RKO. This is, he actually missed it, hit the ground first, got up, and then RKO. I want to make that clear.
You think it was a botch or
No, because that's... If Randy Orton did the RKO off of the 5-star, just imagine how much velocity RVD would have to sell on his head.
Yeah, you probably have his neck snapped.
Exactly, so it's not going to happen.
As awesome as that might look, that would kill him, most likely, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. So, anyways, next up we have a Miz TV segment with Big E and AJ. The Miz wastes our time. Ziggler interrupts. More stupid stuff. Caitlyn comes out. The Miz makes a match at SummerSlam, a mixed tag match because he's the guest host. And he forgets that he could also put himself into a match, but forgets to do that.
He's just too much fun making fun of other people and just looking douchey.
Yeah. He could wrestle, but he's not going to. Even though he's pretty much controlling the whole damn thing.
I would be, remiss to say, if there's most likely there's something in the background saying, Miz can't wrestle, he's not allowed to wrestle.
If only that.
If only. Those are small.
Next up, there is a segment, I zone out during a Vicky Guerrero segment and snap out of it to Summer Rae.
So pretty much what you're saying is you blacked out because of Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, something stupid with Alberto Del Rio. It doesn't matter what happened. But, hey, Summer Rae comes out with Fandango.
Uh-huh.
And match number 2 is Fandango versus Kofi Kingston, who is back from injury.
We I think we saw him on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw him last Monday, if I remember, because that was like his big comeback day.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, in this match, Summer Rae fakes an ankle injury, which she's done once before. Kofi gets smacked into a ring post. Fandango wins. Hey.
So, pretty much heel things.
Yep.
Alright.
Match number 3, we have Daniel Bryan versus Wade Barrett. And he should be called Wade Barrett the Barber.
Mm-hmm. Wade Barrett the Barber?
Yes.
Ugh. Say that again, I'm gonna hork up something.
This match is because Barrett tried to shave the beard thing from the previous Raw, and it didn't work. Because Daniel Bryan's awesome like that.
Yeah.
And this was a fairly quick match. Barrett taps out. Mm-hmm. Whatever. It's alright.
You know my quick problem is, like, it isn't, like, we're really not getting any good Daniel Bryan matches for this season. Like, they're holding him back. It feels like WWE is holding him back from doing all the awesome stuff until Summerslam comes around.
Yeah, I get that too. And instead, we get awesome promos.
Yeah, you get awesome promos, which I love, but I mean, seriously, I really want to see Daniel Bryan doing what he does best. And it just feels like sort of bland that I want to see him do awesome shit, but he's not allowed to do it until SummerSlam's over. Teasing me is what I think the word we're gonna use is.
Yeah, this is all one big tease. Next up.
The little harlot.
Next up, we have a Damian Sandow interview. He has a fancy new briefcase.
Hooray!
With a fancy new contract.
Wow, WWE is not full of morons. Who would have thought?
Yeah, so he got a replacement contract.
So I would have thought that they would have said, well, you lost the contract, therefore you are null and void of carrying it. Because I honestly, at this point, I'm convinced that's how this company runs.
No.
Because apparently there is no HR department.
No, that was all settled. No problem.
No problem whatsoever.
Match number 4, Kane versus the 3-man band, all of them. Mm-hmm. And we get some clarification on what Kane meant by Ring of Fire to the Wyatt family. It is going to be a Ring of Fire match. Now, that is not an Inferno match.
What?
An Inferno match, of course, the object is to light your opponent on fire. We are in severe PG mode here, and
therefore no lighting people on fire. Gotcha.
Yeah, and instead it's going to be like an Inferno match, except for you win by pinfall or submission.
That's kind of lame.
The fire will still be there, and it probably will still flare up after each big spot or anything like that. But pinfall submission.
Still kind of lame.
It is, I know.
You have an Inferno match, which is a good match, that they don't bust out that often. Obviously, I get why. You don't want to keep on setting your people on fire. But really, they could have done that with this. You could have busted out that one-time thing every now and then. But no, like you said, we're in the PG era. Which, I have no problem with PG era. I know some people do have a problem with it, but good matches can be good matches even without, the vaunted violence and the blood.
Yeah, I mean, I recently checked out the new Mick Foley documentary.
Oh yeah, I watched that as well. That was beautiful.
And he kept on going on how, it's so much better now that you don't have to go through all the stuff that I went through, what he went through.
And he's 100% right.
Exactly, so. Anyways.
Because, like he said, he lost an ear to a match by Big Bad Vader.
Okay, so, let's see. Kane wipes the floor. He wins.
Yeah.
There's a promo from the Wyatt on the Tron. Bray Wyatt says, "It's my fire now. I'm so good. The fire is good to me, and I'm already dead." Yeah.
So he's a zombie cultist now.
Yes. More zombie than the zombie. Which, if you recall, was on the premiere episode of WWE ECW.
Lovely.
Hey, the zombie owned.
Yeah, I bet it was awesome.
I'm a big zombie mark.
No wonder you like to play Left 4 Dead.
Next up, we have the first showing of the Brock Lesnar interview, where he has zero personality and tries to be all real and stuff with a Z.
For reals, yo?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And now we come to the main event, which is Christian versus Alberto Del Rio. Teaser match.
I was gonna say, I never understood this, because this is what the match you're supposed to be getting for the pay-per-view, yet they're giving it away early.
Yeah.
You know, teaser match or not, this seems very, 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 very much a really stupid idea. Because even though you want to just tease it, you still are going to show a lot of the spots in it, probably, or you're going to show the basic idea and premise of the match. Why not hold it off? That's why I like face-offs 10 times better than like matches, because you can do something with a face-off. You can have what it looks like when these guys are outside of the rules, and then you can make it look like, well, what's going to happen when they get actually into a fight then?
See, I would much rather have a tag match. Tag matches work in these situations.
I'm iffy on that, because it kind of downgrades the other partners.
Let's see, I would make a match, a Smackdown, teaser match for, let's say, Christian and Cody Rhodes versus Alberto Del Rio and Damian Sandow.
I can kind of see that. I'm not 100% up on it, but I can see how that works.
Yeah, that can work, because then on the heel side, there's Sandow's like, oh, what's he gonna do? Alberto Del Rio, he's a target. He's Money in the Bank. Oh no. I don't know. That's how I would book it.
I can see how that could work, kinda, but I wouldn't be 100% sold on that.
Yeah. Anyways, the match itself it was pretty good. It lasted quite a long time. Christian barely pins Del Rio. Del Rio kind of kicks out slightly after the 3. Then, and let's see, Del Rio's obviously pissed off. He gets hit by a kill switch.
Which is always nice to see.
Yeah, Damian Sandow comes out with the briefcase like, oh, he's going to cash it in. And then out comes a flying Cody Rhodes.
A flying Cody Rhodes?
Yeah. Stopping the thing.
I was gonna say, did he actually do like the Batman wings and just come down from the top of the Titantron? Because that would be kind of awesome.
If only. Nah, he apparently climbed the top rope and did a big leap thing. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, so that was SmackDown.
And for the indie spot?
No indie spot because I have no material still.
Wow, Portland wrestling is still busted down?
Yeah, I'm seriously doubting it's...
That's somewhat sad.
It's dying.
Yeah,
if
you could tell.
Not on life support already.
But though, I did see what you actually asked for me to see, that cosplay wrestling that you remember?
Yeah, Hood Slam.
Hood Slam wrestling. I call it cosplay wrestling because that's what it is. Because the match I saw was a Ryu, Ken, and Vega 3-way. And that was fun to see. And the crowd chanted Cammy's ass, which... Yikes. You know you're in a nerd crowd when that happens. Though I do like the match after that one, which was a battle royal of all the winners of the night.
Yeah.
That actually was really good, and I kind of could get behind what was going on. It didn't look like a... it had the usual problems of what a battle royal is, like chaos at the beginning, and then it gets really good at the end, where everybody starts slowing down and starts trimming out all the unnecessary bad parts, so you can see like the big moves.
Yeah.
Which I like that. So if I have to say anything, watch Hood Slam Wrestling. That was awesome.
Yes, check out Hood Slam. Now for Monday Night Raw, which was just a bunch of question marks.
And botches, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Okay, so the show starts with Daniel Bryan immediately going into a match with Wade Barrett.
Yeah, that was kind of a whiplash.
And guest referee is Brad Maddox, general manager of Raw. Mm-hmm. And a match where it's like, oh, we're going to screw him over, yeah. This is going to be
this is like a McMahon screwing over situation.
Yeah, this is a conspiracy, and wait for the punchline later.
Like, this is getting really annoying. Like, because I used to like it back in the day, but really nowadays, like, they're trying to play this off more like a business than they did back in the day. And really, this sort of shit, I think, would not happen in a real business, and that's where my suspension of disbelief is just breaking apart, because you'd have, like, restraints on your head guy, on your big guy, or at least somebody, or at least, like, the board of committees would be like, no, you can't do this, or somebody would be like, there would be somebody who says, no, you can't do this, this is stupid.
Yeah, on its own, it seems like, stupid.
I'd say stale.
Or stale, right.
Stale is probably the best word for it, because we've seen it before.
Yeah. And there'll be more on this later.
Yeah, there'll be more on this later, and I have to talk about that when that comes around, because there's some question marks on that as well.
Match number 2, we have Damien Sandow versus Randy Orton. Match where Orton wins. Woo!
Match that really just... It was a match, I'll give it that.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of screwing around in it.
No.
Except till the end.
Yeah.
But really, there was nothing there.
Oh yeah.
It was about as like vanilla as vanilla can get.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Sandow handcuffed his briefcase to the ring.
That's probably the most unique thing about it. And that was it.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, a vanilla match with Randy Orton and just some things to push up the Damien Sandow relationship with Cody Rhodes for their match. Just, like I said, it was vanilla.
Yeah. Next up, we have a Shield promo. This is for the upcoming Battle Royal match for the number 1 contendership of the U.S. title. Out of nowhere. And they say that they're the new generation, and the yard is theirs. There's also an open challenge for the tag titles at SummerSlam.
Is it just me? Do you know who exactly is going to take up that shot?
Usos.
No, I was thinking just how things turned out. It would be Mark Henry and the Big Show.
Well, yeah, or it could be that too.
Just how things are turning out. Just how things turned out there at the end. That's what I think it is. Now, to be fair on this promo, and I'm going to be on... And I am a fair guy. Shut up, I am. It was a decent promo. They didn't say justice all the time, which is good because they're learning. But they still have the tripod. They still have the issues that the camera is right in their faces, and And the little voice in my back of my head is saying, back that shit up and put a tripod on it. So, improvement, but still sucks.
Alright. So, next up, we have a CM Punk interview. He says, the best is simply the best. The Beast is not the best because I'm the best. Best. Oh,
I'm best at what I do, bub.
And also, I know it's a trap because it's Paul Heyman. Duh.
It's Paul Heyman, duh. And I'm gonna Batman this shit.
Yeah. Match number 3. Here we go. This is the Great Khali, Natalya versus Big E and AJ match.
Oh, God. This train wreck.
This could be a contender for worst match of the year.
I'm putting it right now. Worst match of this decade so far.
Really? Oh yeah, that's right. It is technically a new decade. Does it compete with the Sting Jeff Hardy match at Victory Road 2011?
That's the problem. I didn't see that, so...
That was the one where Jeff Hardy was drugged up. And the match lasted only 30 seconds.
I said it was a contender. I didn't say it was the winner. Okay, that was a winner. There, I'll give you that. Because that's just horrible right there.
Yeah. This match itself was pretty bad as well.
Oh, yeah. And I'm kind of shocked at this.
Yeah.
Because this is Natalya. And she's not a bad wrestler.
Right.
But somehow, she just was not there. It was just a botch in between. Like, literally, I think it's literally just her giving a big giant FU to the WWE. Because of all the shit that she's been doing. Like, she's getting sidelined on Total Divas. And for the Bella Twins. Like, she's stuck with the Great Khali and literally has no presence in the Diva Championship. She's only there as a background person. And really is just stagnating within this company. So, when she botched...
Do you think it was a shoot, then?
More an FU than a shoot. Because if it was a proper shoot, she would actually get off. She would actually shout out, "Fuck you."
Well, I mean, that's what Bret Hart did, but, whatever. Okay.
Speaking about hearts.
Anyways, the ref didn't catch the first tap out, but caught the second one. It was extremely awkward.
Yeah, as like Natalya let go too soon. Ref didn't catch it. He stood there like, wait a minute, shouldn't there have been a tap? Like a deer in the headlights. So they did it again. This time he caught it. She still let go early. And, my God.
This is gonna be cut from Hulu Plus.
Yeah. As it should.
And here's probably the best part. The next segment before commercial break is Vince walking toward the ring. So I'm going, oh, I hope Vince didn't see that match. I hope he didn't. Because he would have been pissed off. He would have been livid.
Yeah. We gotta say, there's gonna be some choice words for Natalya after the night was over, probably. As he was reviewed.
Probably.
And I am not gonna be surprised if Natalya is actually resigns.
Right.
After that. I would not be surprised. Because honestly, she doesn't have to worry about the Total Divas thing. That probably already got shot 10 million years beforehand.
Yeah. I did actually catch a couple episodes because he was doing a stupid marathon thing that they always do.
Still sucks?
Well, I was with it. Where they went to Washington to check out Daniel Bryan's home, and like, oh, they're all the fellas are complaining, like, oh, are you sure you want to live here? Because it's so cold and it's overcast, and look at all this. I'm thinking, yeah, I know. Shut up. It's good. You're spoiled.
Yeah, well, I like it. Fuck you.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and here's the part where I turned off the TV. It was a axe chopping contest between Daniel Bryan and John Cena and the Bellas for some stupid reason. And they make some stupid comment, the Bellas do, and because they're in like bikini tops. John Cena makes another stupid comment, how he already has wood, and they pan down to his junk, and he has a full erection going through his jean shorts. Come on!
Ugh! God! No! Just... Ugh!
I
need a shower!
I am so sorry to all the viewers and listeners of this show and how I had to describe this moment.
It's not need to hear that! God damn it!
B-Network, everyone.
Obviously, we need to do something about this.
Anyways, where was I?
Moving on.
Oh, Vince comes out. Okay, the Vince McMahon segment. Okay.
Oh, thank God.
The punchline. He goes, oh, there was some collusion going on. Everyone is so salty about all this collusion. So I'm going to bring out Brad Maddox.
And, he brings out Brad Maddox. They play horse and sheep, obviously.
Yeah. Brad Maddox goes, just give me... I'm so sorry. Give me another chance. How about this? How about I do the special referee for the SummerSlam title match? Vince goes, oh, that's a great idea. See, that was the punchline.
This is getting kind of depressing. Because I'd actually like to see, Maddox have been a good middleman manager who's sliding from side to side and actually trying to use the executives against them.
Right.
So,
however, he's inexperienced and young.
So he's just completely toady.
Yeah.
That's what sucks about this. That would have been awesome if he did it like that, if he manipulated everybody.
Yeah,
because that would have been great.
Yeah. But
no.
Yeah.
We gotta make big Vince McMahon with his swinging penis.
So, okay. So,
now I feel dirty again.
So Triple H comes out. He goes, yeah, no, this is not going to work. How about this? How about I'm special guest referee, so there. And pedigrees Brad Maddox.
Once again proving there is no HR department in WWE. Because trust me, if I did that to my co-workers, I'd get a long talking to. And then sent to some classes.
Yeah, so Triple H is going to be, once again, special guest referee to a SummerSlam WWE title match.
Hooray.
Now, he said he's going to be impartial and all that stuff. I sort of believe him because, he knows what he's doing. Kayfabe.
Kayfabe, he knows what he's doing. He's actually an actual wrestler, so he's going to be fair about it. No shenanigans from the chairman.
Ah!
Which, yeah, right. Can we get this storyline over with? Because this really, like I said, is just big annoying penis swinging contest right now.
Yeah, well...
And why do I go back to penises?
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the penis episode.
You've heard about the vagina monologue? No, this is the penis monologue.
Okay, match number 4, Titus O'Neil versus Kane in a squash match.
Yeah.
Wyatt's family comes out, and then Kane sneaks around them when the lights are off.
Somebody actually listening to my opinion. This is a shock to me.
Yeah. And he lights the ring on fire, and everyone else is like, ah! Except for Bray Wyatt, who's like, oh yes, give me the fire!
Yes, I'm a dirty boy! Dirty boy!
Okay. Ugh! It doesn't stop! It doesn't stop!
Thank God I squeaked them out.
Ugh! Okay, interview with the Bella Twins. Oh, god damn it!
Out of the pot.
And then
out of the pot and into the fucking kettle, dude.
And then they have that. They try to give the redheaded one more lines, but her personality is about half of Randy Orton's.
Wow, that's impressive.
I mean,
to have half of nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure that is a cosmic imbalance, and the universe actually explodes after that.
I was like, why isn't she fired?
Because she has a Total Divas thing.
So
that seems to be doing well.
That didn't stop NXT Season 2.
Yeah, but that's NXT, and nobody gives a shit about that. This is actual Raw that people are watching because of this shit. Because they want to see the Bella Twins.
Careful there.
Sorry, I couldn't hit myself hard enough.
Okay, so fifth match of the night, we have Alberto Del Rio versus Kofi Kingston. Kofi taps.
Like a bitch.
We have a Christian interview because they did a video package of his career highlights. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he was all like, yeah, I'm gonna get that one more match. And then Del Rio comes back and says something in Spanish. Cole roughly translates it to, you're not gonna get any more matches after this.
Oh, that's interesting. You know, you could kind of consider that, you know, he is getting his one more match. That's what he wanted. After this, I don't think he needs any more matches.
Yeah, but he's probably going to say again, I want one more match, because that's his gimmick.
That's kind of a lame gimmick.
That's what my problem is with Christian these last few months.
Lame gimmick?
And actually a couple years.
Yeah, true.
Where were we? Okay, match number 6. The Real Americans versus the Usos. And a match...
In a match where the Real Americans kick their ass all over the ring, and then the Usos somehow pull it in the end.
Yeah, using tag team tactics, which could be classified as heel tactics, but they're tag team tactics.
And to be fair, it's kind of hard to be reminiscent about guys who are race. It's like the issue with BioShock. Yes, it's horrible violence, but it's horrible violence to racists, so you don't mind as much.
Yeah. Okay, now we have the Miz TV segment. The one that's actually interesting.
That was fun to watch, I will admit that.
This is one with Daniel Bryan and John Cena, and they go at it. And again... Though is it just me, or does Cena completely miss what Bryan is saying? He is.
Like, he's saying that you're a bad wrestler. He's saying, I do it for the people. Daniel Bryan's saying, no, I don't care about it, about whether or not it's for the people. I'm still calling you a bad wrestler.
Yeah.
Says, I do it for the peeps.
Yeah.
And Daniel Bryan just gives up, like, you're an idiot.
Yeah, this is about wrestling. You are a bad wrestler. That title is for wrestling. I'm a good wrestler. You're an entertainer, and John Cena's all like, yeah, everybody says that about me, but I don't listen to half of them because they don't believe in me, so I shouldn't believe in them.
Kind of missing the point there.
Yeah.
Which, this is the thing that kind of bugged me, because they were trying to do what they did with CM Punk and the John Cena quarrel, which I loved. I love that back and forth that they had. But that was more about ethics and what they believed in. Like, CM Punk's thing was about the competition. Yeah. And John Cena's was, I'm here to be the promoter, I'm here to be the paladin, I'm here to be the good guy, I'm here to be what the people want, and I will show them that I'm awesome. And they were just going back and forth about their different ethics in wrestling. This is just, you're a bad wrestler, the people love me. You're a bad wrestler, the people love me. You're not listening, you're a bad wrestler, the people love me. Whatever.
Yeah, it's more of a Puritan stance upon wrestling. Really. That's what really this is about.
Which I can get behind.
Because
I know. It should be you should also be entertaining as well as a good gimmick.
Right.
But in the end, wrestling is what we're here for.
Yeah, which is why, back in 2000, the Radicals, took off so well, because all four of them were very good wrestlers.
Yeah, surprisingly, good wrestlers get better attention from the group.
Yeah.
From everybody else. What a shock.
Yeah, but anyways, find it on YouTube. This is a recommended thing to watch. Find it, watch it, enjoy it.
Oh. Alright. This was probably one of the only good segments of the night. Let's just preface that.
Right. Next up, we have a non-match starter, Fandango versus R-Truth. They have a dance-off instead. Fandango goes out.
Waste of 5 minutes of my life that I'm never getting back.
It was extremely rushed because we're running out of time. Paul Heyman backstage segment. He's starting to have second thoughts about the whole match. That's it.
That's really nothing. It was literally, this is filler.
Mm-hmm. Next up, the 20-man battle royale for the number one contendership for the U.S. title.
Which this was a battle royal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's nothing.
I always like a good battle royal.
It was a fun battle royal, but it had the problems that every battle royal seems to have. Chaotic at the beginning, and then as you weed more people out, you can examine the individuals and how awesome things they do, but in the background it's just noise a lot of the time. That's the major issue with battle royales that I have, but it's forgivable. Because this was a decent one.
Yeah. The final four is Mark Henry, Wade Barrett, RVD, and Ryback.
Well, that was 5.
No, that's 4.
No, Mark Henry, RVD, Wade Barrett. Oh yeah, you're right.
That's 4. It's like, wait, that's 5? Who's the 5th one? I didn't write down 5.
Oh, right. Right, I thought you said 5. I'm being stupid.
Okay. So, the one picking up the victory is Rob Van Dam, so he's going to go after the U.S. title.
Mm-hmm.
To actually bring some credibility to the title, for that actually hasn't happened in a very long time.
Yeah, nothing against the Shield. Wait, everything against the Shield. Those two belts, the belts that they hold, they're just meaningless.
Yeah. So this is like something to inject some meaning into the belt.
Yeah, let's give some life to these titles.
Yeah. Have Ambrose fight a former world champion and see what happens.
See if he actually can contend and actually be interesting as a wrestler.
Yeah.
I'm still doubting it.
I don't know. I think Ambrose has the edge simply for the fact that RVD lands on his head half the time.
Yeah, but that's RVD's fault. I'm talking about actual, can Ambrose stand alone as a good wrestler, apart from the Shield?
I think so.
I know Rollins can. Reigns I'm having trouble with.
Yeah, Reigns Reigns is the least experienced in the group.
And his pretty much his thing is the big powerhouse thing, which can get old very fast. Though, interesting thing I learned about Reigns, he's actually a part of the Samoan family.
Yeah.
That I didn't know that. That was interesting.
Okay, so Mark Henry and RVD fist bump, and then the Shield comes out.
Shield comes out. They try their tactics actually.
Yeah.
Then you see the Big Show come out.
Yeah. Big Show comes out. He returns finally. You're about 3 weeks late. 4 weeks, whatever. Whatever. You're still injured.
He was probably busy with something else.
He's been out with an injury. They bill him for a Monday Night Raw, and they don't deliver. Keep quiet. A picture surfaces on the stupid dirt sheets that are about 2 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Whatever.
Something's happening with the Big Show. I think that he's just running PR right now.
Big Show's back.
So pretty much Big Show's back. He literally just pimps down the ring, and the Shield runs away.
Right. Alright, so next up is the main event, sort of. The Paul Heyman versus CM Punk match.
Because honestly, I counted the Battle Royal as the main event.
Right. Well, actually it is, because the bell never rang for the next segment, so there you go.
So I technically just counted this as a promo rather than the main event.
Yeah, it really was. Paul Heyman comes down to the ring. He gets on the mic saying, "Yeah, it's a trap, ha 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 ha. Oh, by the way, here's Brock Lesnar, ha 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 ha. He's a trap." Now, is CM Punk going to disappoint the people? And be a dumb hero?
On it, is it just me, or really it doesn't lay credence? Because it seems so forced, don't you think?
It does, and
like he's openly like it's an open mockery of it. No, outside of character.
Yeah. Well, anyways, here's what happens. CM Punk's music comes up. Everyone's okay. Okay, get ready. And then Punk comes from behind with a camera.
And just wails on him on the butt end of the camera.
Yeah. By the way, the camera is not attached, so therefore it's a gimmicked camera thing.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
It wasn't working.
I kind of figured.
Sometimes they do.
Though I do have to admit, I do love the idea that the fact that they actually use the camera smartly rather than just trying to ram it with the lens.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've seen Wreck too many times.
Yeah. So...
he actually uses the heavy part.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar gets beat up by the camera.
Which kind of looked which I will admit, that looked brutal.
Yeah, you need to be brutal with Brock.
Mm-hmm.
And then Paul Heyman is like in the ring alone, and he's like, "Oh no, Brock, help me!" And Brock's like, "Oh, give me 5 minutes."
Mommy, am I at home with the muffins?
Paul Heyman eventually gets away. Curtis Axel decides to show up, gets GTS because
gets his ass kicked because we don't give a shit about
it. They need a body, really.
Yeah. That's the most horrible thing about this whole thing. We're trying to build up this guy. You know, we're trying to build up Curtis Axel as a character and actually as a wrestler. But he's just there as, like, the CM Punk's punching bag and the bigger notion of Paul Heyman versus CM Punk.
Mm-hmm. So, and that's how Raw ends. Before we get into predictions for SummerSlam, do have a little bit of news. The Smackdown TV contract with Sci-Fi ends this month. They did a press release saying that 20 million people view WWE programming in a week. Of course, this included Totally Divas, Raw, SmackDown, and the NBC special for WrestleMania in an effort to persuade the TV people to renew.
So, is the contract renewed, or we don't know?
We don't know. However, they wouldn't put out this press statement if it was already a done deal.
Alright, so it's more negotiations and trying to pressure them. Gotcha.
Yeah. So, SmackDown's in trouble.
If you say anything, the guys behind WWE are shrewd businessmen.
Yeah. They know. I mean, they can negotiate and all that stuff. Yeah, which is also kind of meddling into the SmackDown programming itself, where they teased the whole Randy Orton possibly being a double champion, getting into the facing Alberto Del Rio for the world title with the briefcase.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, who knows? I'll check out the interwebs about any more information, and we'll keep you updated.
So, at this point, we're guessing. Your guess is as good as ours.
Yeah. Will SmackDown move to another channel? I don't know. Or will it just die? Who knows?
I hope not. Because it is good to get like something that a few other people can get into every now and then. Actually work with some talent. Mm-hmm. But that's the problem. It isn't. SmackDown right now isn't that.
And at the same time, they're also trying to get a national TV deal for NXT, which I think is a fantastic idea. I think that's a better idea. I would rather watch NXT than SmackDown.
Yeah, I think that's actually a better idea simply because that will give us a variety.
Yeah.
And that will give us something that can be standalone. Yeah. And that you don't have to actually watch Raw and then watch the pay-per-view for.
Yeah. I mean, if we can go 3 hours for Raw and 1 hour of NXT, I think I can do that.
I can live with that.
Yeah. Anyways. So, predictions.
What do you want to start with?
I don't know. Cody Rhodes, Damian Sandow.
I'd give this to Sandow.
Okay.
The sheer fact, I'd give it to Sandow on the sheer fact that we need him to look tough, so when he does cash in, it makes it more effective.
Okay.
Plus, I have no idea where they would go after Rhodes won.
Let's see, what else is there? Besides the title match, let's take care of the title matches first. WWE title match, Daniel Bryan, John Cena.
I want to say Bryan, because in my heart it's saying it. But my mind says Cena, because I know how this business runs.
Yes. However, I will use the same exact argument for Bryan winning. Because I've seen this happen over and over again, where someone gets really, really hot, the special kind of hot, and then they win the whole thing. Because if you look back at Shawn Michaels, what happened with him before his Royal Rumble match? They did a storyline where he was struck with a concussion or something like that. And it's like, oh, he came back and he was on a streak, and then he won the Royal Rumble and then the title.
I can see that, but with how things are turning out, I can honestly see that Bryan is not going to hold that title for long. It's going into Orton's hands.
Yes. Sometime. Yeah, with Orton going heel. He's going to go heel the moment that he cashes in on Daniel Bryan.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So, either way, I could say that going either way, just on logic standpoint.
Yeah. Okay, the world title match, do you really care? Christian versus Alberto Del Rio.
I really want Christian to get it, but honestly, it's just mid-card, so I don't care.
Okay. I guess Christian, because he gets to shut up about the one more match thing. Mm-hmm. Anything else? Anything worth mentioning? Oh, the Punk Lesnar.
Punk Lesnar? I want to say Punk, because it would make a lot much more sense that Punk win this than Lesnar, because it will give a good boost to Punk, so he can work onto other things inside the series. Really, there's no reason for Lesnar to win it.
Yeah, sort of. Okay. I don't know. Let's see, what else? Anything else?
The U.S. title?
Oh, yeah, the U.S. title. RVD versus Dean Ambrose.
RVD. I'm sorry, but the Shield is stale as a stable to me. They've always been stale. Ambrose, I got nothing for. I know this is probably going to piss some wrestling fans off that, like, Ambrose is awesome! Ambrose is awesome!
Ambrose is awesome, dude! That's why I'm picking him for the match.
I just don't see it. It just is, like, he doesn't have the charm of Mick Foley having no style. Or he's trying his hardest to be as good as Chris Benoit. He's trying his hardest to be Chris Benoit, but I don't see the Benoit in him. And no, I'm not making a suicide joke, either.
Okay. Anything else?
Shit. The tag team titles should be up, so they probably will get something.
Yeah, we don't know. Maybe it'll be revealed on the next Smackdown.
If I were to guess, it would be Henry and Big Show. Since why he came back for it. That would make logical sense to me. But honestly, like I said before, the Shield thing I think is stale. I think it's time for these guys to go their separate ways and see how they do on, like, a singles front.
Okay. So, I think that's it. I think that's all that's worth mentioning. There's probably a bunch more matches that we don't really care about.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It really is. Anyways.
Overall, this Raw wasn't great. It had its moments, but there was a lot of shit to get through those moments.
Yeah, and it also felt rushed at the end.
Naturally.
Okay, so, next week.
So I have no interest in this SummerSlam, which is sad, because, you know, I should be hyped about a pay-per-view. Like, what's gonna happen, but I just feel kind of bleh about it. I've been bleh about the last few pay-per-views.
I was hyped for SummerSlam, and then the whole Ring of Fire thing happened, and that just knocked me out.
Oh yeah, we're about the Ring of Fire, do you think? Don't give a shit.
I think Kane's gonna be lit on fire anyway.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's just a way to get the Wyatts to make them look like a menacing threat. Because honestly, why would you have them any other ways?
It's going to turn into an Inferno match anyway. And then everybody's going to be so shocked about it. It's like, no, that's not how the match is supposed to happen.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, okay. So, again, next week we have SmackDown, SummerSlam, and the Monday Night Raw Fallout afterwards.
Hopefully it will be better.
Yeah. And hopefully next week we won't be pissing and moaning about who's champion, who's not champion. But I have a feeling we are going to.
We're gonna always be pissing and moaning about that, dude. We're never gonna be happy. It is the critic's way to never be 100% satisfied with something, because if he is, then the franchise and the art style that he worships is going to be stale.
So, all that and more Next time on the Sunset Flip Wrestling Podcast.
Misery is your friend, people.